In the heart of Romania, where the mountains touch the sky and dark forests whisper secrets of the past, a powerful, ancient creature is said to dwell. Known as the Vârcolac, this fearsome entity embodies both werewolf and demonic characteristics, a shape-shifting creature capable of swallowing the sun and moon. To this day, its legend remains one of Romania's most terrifying and mysterious tales, inspiring a deep-rooted fear in anyone who dares to believe. This is the story of the Vârcolac.
In a remote Romanian village, nestled between shadowed mountains and dense forests, Andrei, a scholar of folklore, arrives with his friend Serena, a bold and practical journalist. They are researching local legends, especially the terrifying stories of the Vârcolac, a creature said to devour the moon and bring darkness to the land. The villagers speak of whispers and strange occurrences with a fearful respect, unwilling to discuss the Vârcolac in detail. But one night, an elder, Petru, approaches Andrei and Serena and warns them not to delve further. Petru, once a hunter himself, shares a chilling story of his encounter with the creature years ago. One night during a full moon, he saw an enormous shadow darken the sky as if consuming the moon itself. The earth grew cold, and Petru felt an indescribable darkness wash over him. He fled, but his closest friend was never seen again. The Vârcolac hungers for souls, he says. It can only be summoned by greed, anger, or curses left unspoken. Ignoring Petru's warnings, Andrei is determined to discover the truth. They wander deep into the forest, following ancient symbols etched into trees and stones, all leading to a clearing under the full moon. As they approach, they argue, Andrei's pride clashing with Serena's caution. But as the tension rises, the forest falls eerily silent. Suddenly, a cloud of darkness begins to swirl around the moon, forming into the shape of a monstrous wolf with burning red eyes. Realizing that they may have accidentally summoned the creature, Andrei and Serena try to leave, but the path they came from has vanished. The Vârcolac appears, stalking them in the shadows. The air is thick with fear, and the two friends realize they must confront their own inner darkness to survive. Andrei, in a moment of clarity, apologizes to Serena, recognizing his pride and ambition put them both in danger. Serena, sensing the sincerity, forgives him. A faint light emerges from the fog as their fear gives way to courage. Together, they perform an old protective ritual Petru had taught them. They circle the clearing with a handful of salt and hold a silver cross aloft, chanting to the spirit of the land for protection. The Vârcolac's form wavers, its shadow shrinking as the moonlight reclaims its brightness. The creature snarls one last time, fading back into the mist, but leaving behind a lingering presence. The sky clears and the path reappears. Exhausted, Andrei and Serena return to the village where Petru is waiting, a faint smile on his weathered face. The villagers gather, and Andrei realizes that the Vârcolac is as much a part of the people as the forest and mountains, a reminder of their strength and unity. As they leave the village, Serena turns to Andrei. The Vârcolac will return, won't it? Andrei nods. As long as there's darkness in the world, it waits.
The Vârcolac is a creature born from the unique blend of Romanian mythology, Slavic influence, and medieval superstition. In early folklore, it was seen as a wolf-like being or vampire, but its role as a harbinger of doom and cosmic chaos made it far more than just a terrestrial threat. Tales claim that Vârcolaci, much like werewolves, can shapeshift and travel between realms. Legends say that during an eclipse, the Vârcolac leaves its lair to rise into the heavens, consuming the light of the sun or the moon as a dark omen. In many ancient stories, this act was not just a display of power but a curse upon humanity. The creature's monstrous hunger could bring about famine, disease, and catastrophe, symbolizing the vulnerability of life on Earth to forces beyond our control. For centuries, the Vârcolac has been a symbol of fear and superstition. Medieval Romanian villagers often explained natural phenomena, like eclipses, by the presence of the Vârcolac. Some thought it was sent by dark forces to punish people, while others believed it was an omen of war, drought, or pestilence. The Vârcolac became a metaphor for misfortune, an unseen terror always lurking, ready to strike without warning. Elders would gather young children to tell them tales of the Vârcolac's power, warning them not to venture too far into the woods or wander at night, lest they encounter this malevolent force. Romanian folk traditions developed ways to counteract its power, ringing church bells during an eclipse, lighting torches, and chanting ancient prayers, all believed to repel the Vârcolac and restore balance. According to Romanian legends, a person could be cursed to become a Vârcolac through dark spells, curses, or sometimes even a great betrayal. In some villages, people believed that those who committed heinous acts or defied sacred customs could be reborn as Vârcolaci, forced to roam between realms, hungering for life and light. The curse stripped them of humanity, binding them to darkness and sealing their fate as monsters. One tale recounts the story of a man named Iancu who lived centuries ago in a small village nestled in the Carpathian Mountains. Known for his cruelty, he cheated, stole, and betrayed those close to him. When Iancu mysteriously vanished, the villagers believed he had been cursed by the spirits to roam as a Vârcolac, condemned to live as a shadow in the night. To this day, locals claim that, during an eclipse, a dark figure prowls the nearby woods, watching and waiting. In modern Romania, the Vârcolac remains a figure of fascination and fear. Some view it as a symbol of superstition from a bygone era, a tale created to explain natural phenomena before science could provide answers. Others, however, still feel the weight of the legend, particularly in rural regions where folklore and tradition hold firm. Stories circulate of strange encounters during eclipses or full moons, fueling whispers that the Vârcolac has not been laid to rest. Romanian literature and film have kept the Vârcolac alive in popular culture, cementing its place in the world of vampires, werewolves, and supernatural beings. Tourists travel to Romania, drawn by the allure of its dark folklore, curious to hear the legends of the Vârcolac from the locals themselves. The Vârcolac is more than just a creature from Romanian folklore. It is a symbol of darkness and the unknown, embodying fears that humans have carried with them for centuries. It reminds us of our vulnerability to powers beyond our understanding, forces that we can only attempt to explain through myth and legend. The Vârcolac exists in that twilight space between worlds, a part of Romania's cultural fabric that will likely endure as long as tales of horror and mystery persist. As we explore the rich tapestry of Romanian folklore, the Vârcolac stands out as one of its most chilling and powerful stories, a dark figure always waiting, a curse ever looming, a force that only a few brave souls would dare to confront.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.